What is up, dudes? All right, so today, I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to, there we go. Today we are going to talk about the law of sines, and this is just part one. I'm gonna do the easy stuff today, okay? I promise. This is the easy stuff. So I don't mean to laugh. Okay, I'm laughing with you. Are you laughing? Okay, here we go. First thing you need to know is the law of sines. It's a pretty basic thing to memorize, okay? The law of sines says that the sine of angle A over the side A, or the side across from it, is equal to the sine of angle B over the side across from angle B, which is equal to the sine of angle C over side C, okay? And it will get kind of complicated, but for right now, I'm just going to make it pretty easy for you, okay? We're going to solve a triangle for the AAS or ASA case, okay? So these cases, that is angle, angle, side. And if you look here, I have an angle, angle, side, okay? It goes in order. Or I have an angle, side, angle. Notice I have angle, side, angle, okay? There are other cases where we could have something like this. If I give you like a triangle that looks like this, oops, that's, anyway, triangle. And I give you something like this, 5, 6, and then 30, okay? What would that be right there? Well, that's side, side, angle, okay? All right, that case is a little trickier, okay? So right now what we're going to be doing is concentrating on cases where we have just an angle, angle, side, and it goes in order, right? If you start here and you go around, you see the angle, angle, side, okay? Here we have an angle, side, angle, okay? So these are the two cases, angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle, all right? All right, so let's just begin. The first thing I need to do is label my triangle, because there's really nothing here, and I need to use sine of A over A equals sine of B over B, but there's no A or B or C or anything. So I'm just going to go like this, and I'm just doing this randomly. I'm not even thinking about it. This is A, this is B, and this is C, okay? All right, and so now what I have to think about is, if this is angle A, then this is side A over here, okay? If this is angle B, then this is side B, but this is already done. I'll put a B if you want. Okay, and then this is angle C, so this is side C, okay? So it looks like we know a couple things, but we still need to figure out what is the measure of side C, the measure of side A, and the measure of angle C. Okay, now we can figure this out really fast, and let's do that, okay? Because we're going to need it, but also we can figure it out, and then we can use it in our formula, no problem. Okay, so here we have 87 plus 29, and just to make sure I don't screw anything up here, I know that all of the angles add up to, sorry, I got potential spam here. Okay, is it still recording? Good, thank goodness. Okay, I know all the angles add up to 180, so I'm going to say 180 subtract 29, and then subtract 87, and then that gives me 64. So my missing angle here is 64. Okay, and now check this out. I can just set up any ratio that I want. I know that the sine of 29, okay, over this missing side A is going to equal, now I can't just say the sine of 64 over C, because I don't know C, I don't know A, and I don't know C, so I have to use the angle and side that I do know. So it's going to be the sine of 87 over side B, which is 10, okay? All right, and now it's pretty straightforward, okay? Now, one quick tip, okay, that if you're solving for something like side A like this, notice A is in my denominator, okay? You can always flip this entire thing here. So watch, instead of writing it this way, if I know I'm going to be solving for A, here's a pro tip for you. I could have written it like this: A over the sine of 29 is equal to 10 over the sine of 87, okay? So that's actually better. Let's work with this. So now all we have to do, okay, we're going to take the sine of 29. First thing though, don't forget, just check your mode. Okay, notice I'm in degree mode. Okay, I'm working in degrees. We're good. All right, so let me back out of there. All right, so I want the sine of 29. So sine of 29, that equals 0.4848. So this is A over 0.4848 equals, now that's 10 over the sine of 87, okay? So let's just do sine of 87, and that gives me 0.9986. So 0.9986, okay? And so now all we have to do to solve for A, we need to cross multiply, well, I'm just gonna multiply this guy over to here, okay? So I could do that in my head. That's 10 times 0.4848, that's 4.848, right? So A equals, right, 4.848 divided by 0.9986, okay? And then I'll just do that on my calculator, okay? So 4.848 divided by 0.9986, and A equals 4.858. Okay, so A equals 4.858. I'm rounding there. Okay. All right, so now I have this guy. A is 4.858. Okay. All right, and oops, hang on, I got a voicemail coming through. Please don't stop my video. Thank you. I should really turn off my Wi-Fi or cell phone data as I'm doing this. That's scary to me. Okay, one more thing. Now all I have to do is figure out C, okay? Well, this isn't a right triangle anymore, so I can't use my Pythagorean theorem, right? So now I have to figure out C. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, okay? I already know that this guy right here, sine of 87 over 10, right? Okay, but I'm gonna write it the other way. So, and I'll do this example on another page, okay? So here we go. I know that 10 over the sine of 87, okay, is going to equal C over the sine of angle C, which is 64. I'm just doing the exact same steps, okay? All right, so here we go. Sine of 87, we already know that guy. That was 0.9986. So this is 10 over 0.9986. And certainly if you see shortcuts to this, use the shortcuts, okay? I'm skipping all kinds of shortcuts because I'm just trying to show you step by step. But dude, there are shortcuts galore for this, okay? All right, so that equals C over, now the sine of 64 equals 0.8988. All right, 0.8988. Okay, I'll multiply that by 10, so I get 8.988 divided by 0.9986. That equals C, okay? And so now I'm just going to times it by 10 equals, and then divide by 0.9986 equals 9.00, we'll just say 9. C equals 9, okay? So this guy right here, so let me get in, C equals 9. Okay, now here's one thing that I love to do just because I don't like to just walk away from a problem, usually, unless I know that I'm probably correct. So look at this. I have a small angle, a medium-sized angle, and a big angle, okay? So I should have the small side across from the small side, okay, or across from the small angle. So 29 small angle and 4.8 is the smallest side, okay? Then I have my medium angle, okay, across from the medium side. And then I have my largest angle across from my largest side. So most likely I did this correctly, okay? All right, let's do this example on the other side, okay? So 75, 79, and 5. Oh, hello. Get another piece of paper here. All right. Here's my other example. You probably don't even need it. All these problems work exactly the same way, but we'll just do it just in case. All right, this is 5. This was 75, and this was 79. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's solve for this missing angle for, oh, I forgot. Let's just call it A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. And let's just solve for this missing angle. Okay, again, I'm just going to use my calculator because I'm usually distracted and I don't want to mess up. So clear all this. Clear. 180 minus 75 minus 79 equals 26 is my angle, which sounds reasonable. That looks like a pretty small angle. Okay. All right, and now let's just go ahead and call this side A. This is side B, and we already know that this is side C. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start off with the one that I already know. I already know sine of 26 over 5, okay? And I'm going to write it with the 5 on top over the sine of 26. So 5 over the sine of 26, okay? And that's going to equal, choose a letter. Let's solve for A, okay? So that's going to be A over the sine of 75, all right? So here we go. Again, tons of shortcuts, so you don't have to do it my way. I'm going to go sine of 26 equals, and that's 0.4. So this is 5 over 0.438, okay, equals A over, and we want sine of 75. So sine of 75 equals 0.9659. So 0.96, let's just say 966, okay? All right, and now I'm going to multiply that 0.96 whatever times the 5. So I'm just going to multiply it times 5 equals, and then divide by 0.438. So divide by 0.438 equals, and that gives me 11.027. So A equals 11.02. Okay, so there's my A. All right, let's do... so A is 11.02. All right, now let's find B, side B. So I'm going to start off with the same thing. 5 over the sine of 26 equals, now I want B over the sine of 79. Okay, sine of 79. All right, so I already know that this is 5 over 0.438 is equal to B over, now let's find the sine of 79. So the sine of 79 equals, that's 0.98. All right, so let's just go 0.98. 16. Okay, or how about 2? I don't know where to round. Whoever knows. I don't know. Okay, so now I just need to multiply that guy to the 5 and then divide by that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to multiply that times 5 equals, and then divide by my 0.438. And we get 11.2, which sounds right to me. So 11.2 equals B. This is 11.2. And if you think about it, look, doesn't that look like an isosceles triangle? Okay, aren't these angles pretty similar? Aren't these sides pretty similar? Okay, isn't this one slightly smaller than this one? So this one, that one should be slightly smaller than that one, okay? And then this guy, obviously, is the smallest. So I think I did it right, okay? All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. If you need more help, you know where to find me. Peace.